I got a notification that I got an email, and it was because I got notified that there was a clinical data registry position open at my hospital. So I quickly went onto the website and applied for the position. But the only thing is I don't know what registry it's for. The job posting doesn't state that, so I won't find out until I get an interview. And I'm pretty confident, like 99% sure, I will be getting an interview. Because the last time I interviewed, the supervisor said she would consider me for future positions. So once she sees that I applied, that I'm pretty sure I'm going to get an interview. And then there I'll find out what the registry is. And then hopefully I will get a second interview, and then hopefully I will get the position. I hope. I have no idea because I don't know what other applicants will be applying. But we'll see. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I'm pretty confident on how all of this will go. I really hope. So I will keep y'all updated on if and when I get an interview, how that went, and then what the registry is, all that good stuff. I'm not going to bore you with actual details since we already went through that in the previous interview, but I'll update you on any new information that comes about, and then I will also keep you posted on what happens after that. If I got the position or not, whatever. I will keep you all posted, so I'm super excited. Okay, so I have some super exciting news. So it has been about a week and a half since I had applied for the clinical data registry position at my hospital, and the status showed that it was under consideration, so I thought that was a good thing. And then over the weekend, I asked one of my coworkers, what do you think if I were to email the supervisor and just be like, hey, I saw the position, I applied for it, hope everything's going great, you know, just kind of to let her know I applied, what's going on. And then I also asked, what registry is it with? So on Monday morning, so yesterday, I was at work, checked my email, and she had emailed me saying, oh, Kate, good to hear from you. Glad you saw the position. And then she said that it's with the trauma registry, and then she asked if I wanted to do a short redo interview. When would you be available? So I was really excited to hear that. So I emailed her back saying, oh, I get done at work at 2:30, and I let her know I'm not in interview attire, but I could totally do that, and I'm also available every day for the rest of the week. She said, come on over at 2:30, and that's okay that you're not in interview attire. It's okay. So after work, I went over there, and we had a nice little discussion. She let me know that she's still hesitant about hiring me for the trauma registry position because trauma registrars, at least what she would like, is for them to have coding experience, because the trauma registrars essentially verify the ICD-10, CM, and PCS codes that the coders have assigned, and then they also code above that, so that's with all of the other coding systems that trauma registrars use for the injury scale, etc. So they have other codes that they apply. And since I don't have actual coding experience, she's hesitant about that. And she was telling me that the previous employees that she hired over the summer, and then all the applicants she's been looking at, don't have the right coding experience. They have been a coder, or they are a coder, but it's in the outpatient setting, so they don't have any experience with PCS coding. And I reiterated to her and let her know that I am very interested in PCS coding. I love PCS coding. I understand it. It's what I've been trained in. Yes, I don't have on-the-job experience getting paid as a coder, but I do know and understand both code books, and I much prefer both code books over CPT. And I did tell her that another reason why I'm moving away from coding is because I dislike CPT so much. And I explained to her why I don't like it and why I do love PCS coding. So I think that nudged her more in the direction of possibly considering me for trauma registry, because I do have some idea and some interest in PCS coding, so I understand that coding system. So I should understand what the coders have put down and be able to read those op reports and understand what those codes mean and why they were applied, etc. So then she was saying that we do have another cancer registry position that opened in another town about like a half hour, 45 minutes away. Would I be interested in that? And I told her, I've seen that, but it's full-time, that I don't necessarily want to be driving that far every day. And she's like, oh, well, what if you only have to commit to going down there 1 day a week? I'm like, okay, I can do that. Because with the cancer registrars and trauma registry, but with the cancer registrars, majority of their work can be done remotely, either at home or at another site, and the 1 day a week at that site, that headquartered site for that position, is for the tumor boards. So you technically only have to be on site for the tumor boards, and then everything else can be done either at home or at a site that's closer to you, so that would be the hospital I currently work at. And I told her that I can totally do that. I'd be more than happy to do that, and I would be able to go down to that site that's 45 minutes away for training, because the woman that works down there has a ton of experience and she's a great trainer. So I would be willing to drive that far 5 days a week to train with her and then move to working out of my current hospital or at home. And she was saying that she'd be very interested in training someone with no experience for cancer registry versus trauma, but considering I do have more experience with PCS coding than applicants she'd looked at, she may possibly have me go for the trauma registry. So I told her either or. I'm good with either. I can totally make it work. And then, what else did we talk about? I think that was about it. So we were looking at both of those, and and what was really great is she said currently I'm her top candidate. So she thinks of me as her top candidate for both positions, because everyone that's been applying doesn't have any experience, and I have the most experience out of all of them, which is not that much experience, but hey. But she likes my enthusiasm. I also told her that, oh, well, if we go for the cancer registry position and it's part-time, I would be more than happy to volunteer my time outside of that to work with the trauma registrars. I'd be more than happy to do that. It would allow me to gain more experience, because she also said, once you're in the registries, it's easy to move around to different ones. So I may at some point want to move over to trauma registry, and I'd already have that hands-on experience from volunteering my time. And she was so excited and impressed that I said that, which is great, because, and I told her, I want to tell the people that are hiring for coding, you don't have to pay me. Let me volunteer my time to train with your coders. I'd be more than happy to do that, and they still won't look at me. So I'm offering that to her as well for trauma registry, and I'm happy that she's so open and receptive to that, which is great. So right now she is going to contact HR recruiter, let her know I'm the top candidate for cancer registry, and then she's also, obviously they're going to talk about trauma registry and see how that goes. But we're looking at cancer registry part-time, so either 40 or 60 hours per pay period, and then the trauma registry is part-time. I believe she said 40 hours per pay period, so I'm essentially going to be going for either, I guess. And then the recruiter will be contacting me sometime this week, hopefully today if they're on the ball, but you never know, to do a phone interview, so we'll see how that goes. But with how the interview went and what the supervisor was telling me, I want to say I'm like 90% sure I'm guaranteed a position in the registries. How exciting is that? So it's either going to be with trauma or cancer. I have no idea, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be getting one or the other because I'm her top candidate. I'm her top candidate! How fucking exciting is that? So, that's really exciting. So I'm super, super excited for whichever way it goes. Woo! So when I hear from the recruiter and we get everything nailed down and I get confirmation of what registry, if at all, I'll let y'all know. Okay, this is really exciting because I finally received an email from the HR recruiter. Woo! It's so exciting! So the email from the recruiter was to set up a phone interview, which I'm so excited. So I was on pins and needles all Tuesday because I had no idea when I was going to hear from her, and I hadn't gotten an email Tuesday at all. So I'm like, oh my God, I hope they're going to take a chance on me and let me go for the position, etc. Because the supervisor had said the recruiter is being more picky with the applicants, since some previous applicants, they didn't have the exact experience they wanted, blah, 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 whatever. So I was really nervous that the recruiter's like, no, she doesn't have the experience we want. We're not going to take a chance on her. I don't care what you say, no. So I was so nervous. And all day, what is today? Thursday. Okay, so all day Wednesday, again, pins and needles. I'm like, why haven't I heard from the recruiter? I don't understand. But by the end of the business day, she had emailed me, and the rest of the evening I was just clapping and being excited, and so excited. So I emailed her back right away, even knowing that she was probably out of the office by that point, but I emailed her anyway so that when she got into work right away this morning, she would see it, because the earliest interview time was today, anywhere between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. And I have other things going on after 11, so I told her between 9 and 10 a.m. So I wanted her to get that right away so we don't have to push it off any longer. So when I get confirmation of the interview time and whatnot, I will come back and let y'all know how it went. So I'll see you all in the next clip when we find out what happens with this interview.
Yesterday, and wanted to just reach you and see if I could have just a couple minutes of your time to just kind of review your resume and, just ask a couple of additional questions.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
All right.
Thanks again.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have a great holiday.
You too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Well, that was a good interview. A lot quicker than I thought it was going to be. Obviously didn't get an offer at this point, but they will be discussing, the recruiter and the supervisor will be discussing if they want to move forward, etc. So I'm hoping that I'm still the top candidate, and then I would hopefully be getting that. And I should hopefully be finding out either later today or tomorrow. Hopefully not Monday. I don't want to wait that long, but you never know. So I can't wait to find out what's going to happen. But I think it went well, and hopefully I'm still that top candidate, and hopefully I will be offered either the trauma registrar position or the cancer registrar. So the next time you will see me is when I find out what's going to happen. So it is Friday. It's about 1:30. And I still haven't heard from the HR recruiter. I don't know what I talked about in the last clip after I had the phone interview with her, but she told me that the next steps will be she will confer with the supervisor about if she is still interested in me for either the cancer registry or trauma registry position. And if they want to move forward with me, then they will be sending an email to me asking my permission to talk to my current supervisor medical records. And I was hoping I'd at least get that email late yesterday, because I assumed they'd want to move fairly quick just to get some of this nailed down before the holidays. I mean, Christmas is in like 4 days. So I thought they would want to get that moving. But I didn't receive anything last night, and I still haven't received anything today. The recruiter told me to constantly check my email because something will be coming through, hopefully, or just in case something does, and I haven't heard anything yet. which is frustrating because I hate waiting, especially with this kind of stuff. And I still haven't received another email. Nothing's come in my email. I hate waiting. I really hate waiting with this sort of stuff. So hopefully the next time you see me, I'll at least know if I got that email. But let's hope I get that email. And I still don't know which way they're going as far as trauma or cancer. I have no idea which one they're going to actually hire me for. So that will also be something I will be finding out if I indeed get the email. So I will update you all when things start happening. Oh boy! This is very exciting! So I've been checking my email, not too much today. Haven't received anything from the HR recruiter, which I expected. But she is at work. She was on the instant messaging system. But anyway, so I checked the application status just to see, and it says referencing. Oh, that's exciting. So they have changed the status from under consideration to referencing. So that means sometime today, I will probably be getting the email from her asking my permission to talk to my supervisor. Or they took me saying, yeah, that's fine, in the phone call as my consent. I have no idea, but referencing. I think that might mean I'm gonna get the job. I'm so excited. Okay, so it's been a little bit since you've seen me, and that's only because absolutely nothing has happened with the application, which is so annoying. So the only update I have is because I decided to email the HR recruiter to ask for an update or if there's anything that I need to do, etc. Just to nicely ask for an update and not seem pushy about it, because I'm just too nice. So that happened on Thursday, January 3rd. When I emailed her, she emailed me back that same day, and this is what she told me. She said, "Hi Kate, my team is working to verify your education and certifications. They should, if they have not done so already, be reaching out to you with a form to fill out. I will reach out to you as soon as further steps are determined." I have not received any email with a form yet. So I assumed, I'll be getting that later today or the next day. Yeah, no, that didn't happen. And I'm thinking of just emailing the recruiter back saying, oh, in your previous email you said that the form will be sent out. Haven't received anything. Was there a mix-up? Should I be receiving that already? Is there a problem? Just so you're aware, your team hasn't sent me anything. Because I didn't really say in the response saying, oh great, I got the email, or oh great, I did not get the email. I didn't say anything like that. I just said, okay, sounds good. Talk to you soon. So maybe to her, she thought I already received that form. I don't know. And I assume the form is to contact my supervisor. I assume that's what that form is. I have no idea. So I'm just waiting and waiting, but we're going on 2 weeks since my interview with the recruiter, so I would have thought I would have gotten that email by now. You'd think. I don't know. And I really hope when it comes to the technical college, there are 2 technical colleges that share the same acronym. And I can't remember if on my career profile when I applied or in my resume, if I spelled out what the actual title was or if I just did the acronym. So I'm really hoping they contacted the correct college, because if they didn't, they'd be contacting the other college that would say, no, she is not a student here. She never went here. Which, I did take A&P courses and I did complete them. You just contacted the wrong college. Could you at least, talk to me and let me know that happened so I can tell you what you did wrong? Because I'm just so worried. They're going to be like, yeah, she doesn't have this experience because they contacted the wrong college. So we're not going to continue. Oh, my head just goes into worrying about things that probably are not happening. But when you're waiting, that's what happens. I hate waiting. So I have no idea when I'll be hearing from the HR recruiter. I have no idea. It's just frustrating. So waiting. Yeah, I think we're going to end it here, and then I'll post this video, and then I'll have another video coming out when I find out whatever's happening or when any developments have happened. And then we'll just have another video or a part 2, and then however many parts we'll need to complete this story. We'll see. So I hope you enjoyed watching, and hopefully you don't have to wait too long for an answer of what's going to happen. So I will see you all in the next video.